Boyfriend of 5 years cheated. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 5 years, starting in high school and all the way through college and part of graduate school. We haven't lived in the same place for most of our relationship, but we worked really hard to see each other whenever we could, and we had plans to be in the same place once we graduated from grad school. Throughout our relationship, we have deeply discussed various scenarios and how we would react. One such example is cheating. We talked extensively about how if either of us ever felt the impulse, we would end our relationship before anything happened. We also agreed that there is no such thing as too drunk to know cheating. You still have a conscience even when you are inebriated. Throughout our entire relationship, I have trusted him 110%. I never got upset when he went out. I didn't check his phone. I didn't pry about his plans. I never in my life would think he would cheat and vice versa. So this week, he went on a trip with his grad program. We texted through most of the trip and FaceTimed once. I could tell he was well over his limit with alcohol each time we spoke. But it's spring break and he's an adult. Yesterday, I get a text that we need to talk about something serious. I thought he did something stupid while drunk, like hurt himself or get a crazy tattoo. He tells me he thinks that something happened between him and a classmate, but he doesn't know what the guy he was rooming with just said, that things looked suspicious and he woke up feeling like had done something really wrong. I asked him to please investigate and it turns out it was true. He had had sex with a classmate that I have met before. I broke up with him right after he told me. I had always said there are no excuses and no one who can betray someone like that deserves a second chance. But now, I am truly a shell of a person. I started that day feeling excited that I would get to talk to him and hear about his day, and I really love him so much. It makes my heart hurt. He has never done anything to make me feel like he doesn't feel the same until this incident. I can't imagine life without him, and I haven't slept or eaten since I broke things off. I know that he is remorseful. I know he knows he did a disgusting and terrible thing, and I believe that he doesn't remember how or why it happened. He told me he has never found this person attractive or had any feelings for them whatsoever. He said he felt sick knowing what he had done and didn't want to see them ever again, but did because I asked him to find out what exactly happened. But I also can't get myself to believe that there was no reason. I feel like subconsciously there has to have been, but neither of us know what. Also, we have had sex before while drunk, and he has not been able to remember it in the morning on occasion. Am I stupid to believe his story? Can people really cheat and have no reason for it or memory of it? I desperately want us back together, but I know that our relationship would not be the same, and I don't know if it ever could be. Is there a way to move forward? And if not, how do I possibly move on? Sorry this is long. I have never used Reddit, but I have never felt this level of hurt, and I really could use any advice. Thank you. Short version. Love of my life cheated when drunk. Should I believe him? And how can I move forward? Top comments. Well, was he raped? Because that's different. Is he telling the truth? What you've written out from what he said doesn't sound consensual. Here's a comment from Throw It On Me. Breakups are always challenging, but being cheated on is even more challenging. I think it's possible for him not to remember because he got so drunk. But how many times has this happened and he didn't remember? So he didn't say anything? That'll be your constant thought every time he goes out or does anything. I would recommend treating it like any other breakup. Keep yourself busy and go out and try to have fun. This will help you keep your mind off of it. I'm sorry this happened to you and wishing you the best of luck. Here's a comment from Nocchums. Do you feel that you could move past this if he has told you the complete truth? That's really the most important question to ask yourself first. If the answer is no, then you already know what you need to do. Could you get past this and go through the rest of your life not questioning every move he makes? Would you always be terrified it was going to happen again? Drunk or not, I've never cheated on anyone in my life. I'm willing to bet you haven't either. Go check out r/demisexuality later. I think that may end up being very validating for you, but I don't know enough about you yet. If it is, you will find major support in that sub. Lastly, I'm very sorry that this happened to you. Next story. My aunt won't accept I'm giving up my baby for adoption. She's the only family I have and I don't want to lose her. I really don't know what to do anymore. I, 21 female, am pregnant with a baby I will give up for adoption. I'm quite open about this as well because I think it's better to rip the band-aid off now. You know what I mean. My aunt is one of the first people I told because she, her husband, and her kids are the only family I have. She hates the idea of giving me the baby up and has been in complete denial about it, even telling my little cousins about a baby and getting me some baby items. She's 100% sure I won't be able to give up the baby, and even then, she wouldn't let me for my own good and that of the babies. I don't want to lose her because I'll be all alone. Plus, I love my cousins. I want to see them, but I don't know what else to do. Any advice? How can I make it clear to her this is happening and it's for the best? Edit. I hope it's okay I add this. A lot of people are asking if I can let my aunt adopt a baby, etc. The thing is, in my bones, I know she might actually want to do that, but I don't want her to. She has a lot of different beliefs than I do, and the situation would just get so fucked up. Top comments. Here's a comment from Stupid Sheep Everywhere. You can't. She's not being rational, and you can't logic someone out of a state that logic didn't get them into. She's in denial. You need to reinforce it, of course, and tell your cousins that the baby will be going to live with someone else, not you, because you shouldn't disappoint them. But in the end, you can't control what she does, any more than she can control what you do. You both might need to brace yourselves for loss. Here's a reply from the OP. Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks though. Here's a comment from Coconut X Kitten. Every time she mentions the baby staying to other people, reiterate you are doing adopting. Stand firm. If she can't accept that, you may need to brace yourself for losing her. Do not keep the baby from guilt tripping. That's not fair to the child. Here's a comment from Northwitch13. Despite your love for your aunt, it's probably best to go no comment with her until after the baby is born. Tell her you'll send periodic texts to let her know you're well, but you are unable to tolerate the added stress of her making what is already a tough and emotional situation more difficult. And thank you for making this decision. My mother considered putting me up for adoption and didn't. She was not mother material. Nobody should parent before they are ready. Here's a comment from Petty Pork Chops. I don't know how you can be any more clearer. She is in some deep denial and you need to be ready for this to potentially impact your relationship with her. But ask what person that truly cares about you would make that demand of you. Sounds like she wants the baby more than you do. If she wants another child, then that's on her, but guilting you into keeping it is wrong of her, and wrong of her to get your other family involved in the guilting too.